Welcome to Eternal Elements Learning Podcast brought to you by Tiasa Online. These podcasts are a part of the audio certificate programs on Tiasa Online. You're free to take these podcasts on your desired portal also, should you only wish to learn on the go. Thank you so much for engaging on these podcasts, and you can connect with the author on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hi, so welcome back. The next question that immediately got asked to me was then what is social intelligence and do leaders have to be socially intelligent? I said, of course, yes. The whole idea that relationships and professionalisms go together, that means all leaders need to be socially intelligent. So, what is social intelligence? Social intelligence is about understanding that our basic assumption is all wrong, that people are self made people. There is no self-made person. If we look at our lives, so many people have played an important and critical role in our lives. So what is social intelligence all about? It's about knowing that we need a lot of people around us, and we need a lot of people around us who are effective relationships, which means we don't want toxic people around us because toxic people create stress. Now, there may be conflicts for sure, because when intelligent people come together, there are conflicts. And these can be creative conflicts, they can be destructive conflicts. Therefore, socially intelligent people also know how to deal with conflicts. Now, there are 5 ways in which conflicts can be dealt with. The first one, avoid. There is no point getting into conflict which are meaningless, which can have no solution, they can have no resolution, so just avoid. The next one is force, compliances, ethics have to be forced. Then we have accommodate. If somebody is genuinely asking you to do something, and if it is for the well-being of everybody and it's ethically correct, there is no problem accommodating that particular request. There's no point conflicting there. You can collaborate. Now, collaboration typically happens when you're doing innovation, you're doing a lot of creativity, and at that point in time, collaboration is a must because conflicting ideas come up and those conflicting ideas have to synergize. So what happens in collaborative conversations and collaborative conflict resolutions is that you always look for a third alternative, which is a combination of the first alternative, second alternative, which are at conflict, and you synergize them, you create a synthesis of them, and then you come up with a third alternative, which is a totally different alternative. But mostly, socially intelligent people know that conflicts get resolved through compromises. I live a bit, you live a bit, I gain a bit, you gain a bit, and that's where the resolution lies. And one of the best things that socially intelligent people tend to do is they use a mechanism called BATNA, B-A-T-N-A, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. It's very simple. You can use it in every negotiation and every conflict management. The first thing you do in negotiation is look at the common points, accept the common points. Because in a conflict, there's always a baseline where you tend to agree to a whole lot of things. Then there are values which are differing values, but they do not create conflict. That means something is important to me, but that's not important to you, and something is important to the other person, and that's not important to you, to him. So that's okay. That's how it works. So we can have different value systems. So resolve it. Just say, okay, that's important for you. I take it. That's important for me. You take it, and that's it. Then you move into the next part, which is the differing values. And because you have arrived at the 2 common points, it's so easy to arrive at the different points. And that's what BATNA is all about. First, deal with the commonalities. Then you deal with values which are different and they don't really create any kind of an overlap. And the third one is you look at divorced values, where these are the ones that are really creating a conflict, and you just look for a third alternative. Or maybe you look for a compromise, which is 50-50. That is what is social intelligence all about. Be digitally intelligent. There are so many people on the digital networks which can actually help you, and that's where the beauty lies. Have a whole lot of people in your life. Have a whole lot of productive and effective relationships in your life, and that's where success tends to happen. Don't be a loner, don't be an isolated person, and don't be choosy about people. It's important to understand that we carry perceptions about people, we carry certain judgments, we carry certain experiences about people, but those experiences are experiences which are happened with you. They may not be the experiences that happen frequently. Leave your prejudices apart. If a person is good, bond immediately, form a relationship. And we discussed it earlier, relationships are based on 4 needs: the material need, the emotional need, the intellectual need, and the actualization need. If that is taken care of, relationships can be beautiful, and that's what socially intelligent people tend to do. So, social intelligence is so critical when it comes to leadership, and that is where the entire idea of social intelligence came in to the aspect of emotional intelligence. Thank you very much. This is Niket Karajagi from Atyasa Online for Eternal Elements signing off, and I shall see you in the next podcast.